Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Mpho. I am a transformational coach, writer and speaker. So if you have any comments or any questions, please write them in the comment section below and I'll surely address them. Today I want us to talk about overcoming an imposter syndrome. How do we do that? So judgment comes in two ways. It's either the who do you think you are or the unworthiness, the feeling of unworthiness. Normally, the who do you think you are is projected to us by people outside of ourselves, It usually comes from the external influences. People would say, who do you think you are? What gives you the right to be this happy when we sad? Or how do you actually do something that I don't even have guts to do it, It's that whole where do you get your courage from and stuff like that. So the who do you think you are is projected by people who are actually not ready to embody the light that you're already showing out, So they would want to pull you down to their level because they're not there yet. They're jealous of you, we can put it that way as well. So who do you think you are comes from external influences, but the unworthiness one, the feeling of unworthiness, comes from inside. It is self-sabotaging, it's self-condemnation, it's you stopping your own self, it's you saying to yourself, who do I think I am, what gives me the right to do a certain thing. So in this way, it means you're not at the place of being a mover and a shaker, like the other ones whom are told, who do you think you are, because they're already moving, they're already doing wonders, So it means here on the unworthiness side. So I'm actually gonna dwell more on that because that's the one that I suffered the most, the unworthiness one. I was already just putting out my own fire before it even starts. I was condemning myself before anybody condemns me. Like, you don't even have to ask me, who do you think you are? I was already asking myself that question, you see. So yeah, that's the one that I suffered the most, the unworthiness, the feeling of inadequacy, not feeling enough, So I've jotted down a few steps on how to overcome it. I've jotted down eight steps. All right. So the first one is to see the imposter syndrome, see the emotion and expose it, Awareness to your emotion as this feeling comes to you. Don't shy away from it, don't judge it, don't do anything to it, just witness it, just be aware of it. So that's a first step of overcoming it, being in awareness of it and exposing it for what it is. Don't judge it, don't be shy. If it's any emotion, this is you, this is between you and you, okay? It's not like you taking a loudspeaker and standing out there and saying, I am experiencing this. No, this is you. Just be honest with you. Just witness that emotion. And then you conduct that mini investigation of, where does this come from? Which conditioning happened for me to believe this about myself? And be gentle with you, don't judge it, just see it. And as long as you put it there, you acknowledge that it's there, then that's already a big step. All right. Number 2, be authentic. Be authentic. Don't try to be important, don't try to be special, just be you. That's a full-time job, to try to be something that you're not, to try to be, you're already special anyway. You are already important. You don't need to prove it. Proving it means you are not it. It means you think you're not it, and you have to keep up with something that you're not. It's full-time job, and the understanding that no one is above you and that no one is below you, you know, that we are all enough, we are all unified. So you don't want to get that baggage of having to live up to something that you're not. It's exhausting. So you want to rid yourself of that. Just be you. Just be you. Just be normal, just be you. And know your worth. Know your worth. That's the third one. It's actually going to go with the second one. Knowing who you are, knowing that there's a spot here for you in the world that no one can fill but only you, only your unique self, you know. We're waiting on that. We're waiting on your shine. We are waiting on you to be you. There's enough other people out there. You don't want to be them. Just be you. Just relax and ground yourself in your beingness. Just that it's enough. Just that it's enough. So you won't feel the need to always live up to something, to some expectations, to how the world wants you to show up and stuff like that. Just relax and be you. You are enough as you are, you know. So understanding your worth. Understanding your worth. It's very important. All right. So knowing that you're more than enough. It's also one of them. Yeah. Knowing that you're more than enough. You can never be or seek to be who you are. You already are. It's not something out there that you're still going to. It's who you already are. You know, just ground in that. Makeup doesn't make you beautiful. It just enhances your beauty. Power, money, influence, all of those things are just complementary to who we already are. It's not something that once you get, then you will be. Just ground yourself in knowing that you already are enough where you are now. Who you are, you already are enough. You don't need to convince anyone. You don't need something that will make you feel like a somebody, like an important person, or like anything. This whole lie that you've been sold, you know. So just ground yourself in that, in knowing that you're more than enough. You are already what the whole world needs. Just you being authentically yourself. All right. And then I'm on number 5. Do it anyway. Just do it anyway. You know, there came a point in my life where I would wonder, like, if maybe I have to make a phone call to someone that I had labeled as an important person, maybe being my boss or whoever that I would label as an important person in my life at that moment. I would, you know, go through the conversation in my mind first before I call them, okay, what I'm going to say and this and that. I stopped doing that a long time ago because I realized that we won. There's actually no one above me. There's no one below me, like I just said now. So I would just press that green receiver button and call the person. I already know what I want to talk about, obviously. I know what the reason for the call is. So there's no reason for me to go through this whole thing again to try to sound smart or whatever. Even here, I know the steps I've already mapped out. Okay, I'm going to talk about this and this and that. But I don't need to know the point by point of what I'm going to say. I'm not going to try to drive myself crazy or whatever, try to appear robotic or whatever. I am just me. Me being me being fully me accepting me for who I am, and just showing the world who I am, you know. What I'm doing, many people are doing it, but no one is doing it the way I'm doing it. So do you. You know, what you're doing, many people are doing. Nothing is new under the sun. but you are doing it in your own way, So yeah, in that way, you just shine your light, and you don't feel the pressure that you need to act to a certain level. You just be you. That's very important in eradicating that imposter syndrome. You get to align with who you are and just relax in that. Relaxation is very, very important. Okay. Number 6, start believing people's compliments. No one is forcing them to say anything. They are just complimenting you. All the time, you receive similar compliments from different people. That's an affirmation already in itself. They don't know each other, but they're telling you the same old thing over and over again. So just say thank you and start believing it. They are seeing something in you, and you didn't ask them for it. No one is pushing them for it. It's there. Just see it for a change. They see it. You are always reflecting it. So that also shows something. It shows you something about yourself, you see. And then ask the right questions. I normally ask myself when I start feeling that low vibe, that second guessing myself. I normally ask myself, what would I do if I knew that I was 100% worthy of this? What would I do? Because the truth is, I already am. And this thing is already done. I mean, I am worthy of it. I am limitless to whatever that my soul came to do here. I mean, that is already mapped out for me. So if I knew that I am worthy of it, what could I be doing now? What steps could I be taking? So that also puts that whole fear aside. You step into it. You do it anyway. You know that you are already worthy of it. So you just step out in courage and you do it. And you take those aligned steps, because this is already there in your field. If you have the urge for it, it means it's already there. The need to do it, the love for it, it's already embedded in you. So you just have to take those guided steps towards it, but knowing that you are already worthy of it. So ask yourself that question. Whenever you doubt yourself, whenever you feel unworthy, just ask yourself, but what would I do? What could I be doing if I knew I was worthy of this? And then you take it from there, you see. All right. The last one, show up. Show up is that. Embody yourself, be the whole embodiment of your higher truth. Embodiment, embodiment, meaning emotional, embody, emotional, body, your physicality, mentality. How do you show up? How do you talk? How do you smell? How do you show up? What do you think about? What thoughts go through your mind? How do you talk with yourself? How do you show up as who you authentically are, as your sovereign self? You're not trying to act as if. You are not doing any make-believe. You just are. You are not having this thing of acting up to something that you're not. You're relaxed. You are in alignment with who you are, with who you truly are, with who you were born to be. You are in true authenticity. The word authenticity gets thrown a lot around, but now you get to a point where you are in alignment with your highest truth, not with other people's projections, not with what you were told. A certain person has to be wearing labels or anything. You just be you, and you show up as that every day, moment by moment. You take steps, steps, just step by step, and you will see that once you keep doing that, you embody your whole sovereignty, and imposter the whole imposter syndromes gets to be in check. You expose it, you see it, and it doesn't come again. It will cease. Everything that you put out in the open and you shine the light on, it's bare now. It's naked. You expose it for what it is, and then you take it from there, and you become very, very patient with yourself. You become very, very gentle, and always know that the whole imposter syndrome, it's not something that you conquer once and you're done with it. It's something that can come, that comes again after you do certain thing. You climb one mountain, you're done with it. Now when you move to the next mountain, when you move to the next things, it will come again. Like, it's either who do you think you are, or is that unworthiness. I don't know if I can pull that through. Maybe my English is not fluent enough. Maybe my body is not in hourglass shape enough. Maybe I don't have enough connections. Maybe, the list goes on. It goes on and on and on. So it's always just coming back, grounding yourself, checking in with yourself, and being very, very gentle and patient with yourself, you see. Yeah. So those are just a few steps that I thought we should discuss today, so that you can ground yourself with them, you see. So if you enjoyed today's content, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel, so that every time I post something new, you can be notified. And remember that everything you need is already within you. I love you. Bye.